Welcome to the National Oval Racing Association. All right, everybody, welcome back to Simtrax Broadcasting as we are here with the National Oval Racing Association. Last time you guys joined us was at the LA Clash. That was definitely an excellent race. No, it was a lot more cautious than I think we all expected, but that is what the Clash is all about. But we head here to Daytona. What a fantastic track this is. So much history is built into this track, and definitely we are about to see a whole lot more going on. But I don't know if you guys are used to seeing the Daytona Duels, but that's what we're hosting here tonight. Is that what we've got is the guys who have qualified are now going to race it out for a better starting position, if not a better pit road position, and that's what they're going to be aiming for here tonight. Right now, taking a look as they raced for qualifying that they had during the LA Clash. It was actually before, and then that's actually what they ended up bringing back. So what you'll see here is Vincent Arthur out there will be actually starting on the pole tonight as he scored on the pole for qualifying. We'll actually see second place. They will transfer over, but we've got a couple of guys that are going to be going home tonight, and they've got to be careful, and they've got to be very, very fast out there if they do want to make this shot. So let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here for the night while we got these guys getting around the track. This is be an excellent race here, Stella, and I'm hoping this is going to be just what we really kind of choked up and kind of hoped it would be, is lining up to actually be a great race here tonight.
Yeah, oh yeah, the duels are quick, fast, and in a hurry. They get out there, they're running for 36 laps, hell bent for leather, and it should be fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping we'll see more of what we saw last week and what these guys actually did, coming into the last run that they had in the previous season, where these guys ended up. Right now, I'm trying to see if we can fight on through and see if we can get this going here. Right now, I'm trying to take a look at our best times out there on the track. And we are still battling this one out, Stella. Right now, I've got showing Vincent Arthur and Aaron Krolick sitting 1 and 2. Josh Conover and Joey Stats sitting 3 and 4. Nick Gillis and looks like Carter Disson will be starting in 5 and 6. Dakota Moniz will be starting in 7th. Jacob Malone will be 8th. Cody Height is 9th. Cameron Thompson is 10th. Dalton Tucker for the 11th spot next to Zach Hollinger. Right now is Max Foner and Kristen Berry will be starting 13th and 14th. DeTalent will be 15th next to Monteith. Will be 16th. Logan looks like Kais will be starting in 17th next to Cody Reeder, which will be 19th, and Brady Moats in that 20th position here, Stella, and we're getting ready to get this one underway.
Sounds good.
Yeah, a quick little hiccup here from our little piece that we've got trying to fight on through here. I'm waiting to see Vincent Arthur get this one underway as we are caught behind the pace truck. Should be locked and loaded and ready to go here as we get on around. Looks like maybe one more lap before these guys are squared away. And I'm interested to see how this how this all chucks up. Waiting to see. Come on. Hey, Stella, check that out. Look, finally our grid.
Come on, producer.
Yeah, well, we're definitely trying. I can only work as fast as the thing allows me. But Stella, talk to us a little bit about kind of what we've got loaded up here. Is everybody out there with a number that has a 1 in front of it? Our guys are in a little bit of trouble here, and they have got to make sure they are on their best behavior and get fought up to the front. Cody Reeder is out there driving as one of our owners out there. He'll be A-OK, but Ryan Patty is in some trouble. He's got to be out there. Zach Hollinger and Christopher Heights, these guys have got to get some speed out there to get up back toward the front. I'm interested to see here, Stella. I don't know, how these guys are going to kind of boil down and figure out how they're going to get their way back to the front.
I'm not too sure either, because this is not going to be one of those races where you can be patient and wait around for something to happen. In 36 laps, you are going to have to go fast and hard. There will be, though, if no cautions, you're going to be seeing green flag pit stop. These guys have 60% fuel. It will not get them to the end of this race. So that could really change up some strategies here.
All right, well, Chris Heights is our race control. He'll be out there in the pace car. And as eye in the sky on this 65-degree track temperature, definitely super cold in the air, seeing what they've got here. But, hey, that's pretty close to what it is down there. Like you were saying, 36 laps, no fast repairs, 2 sets of tires down there in the pit. So we're going to have to see these guys come down and definitely throw on some tires. But I'm interested to see who decides not to throw on any tires, if that is a possibility. We'll get this one underway. Barney in the flag booth. Green flag is out to kick off the duel number 1. Away we go. Out in front is going to be Vincent Arthur. Definitely a fantastic start here so far. You see, looks like Brady Moats working his way. He's going to be a lap down. Looks like the 19 Chevrolet finally getting off to the start. And let's get back up front where these guys are side by side around this track. Right now, Aaron Krolick out in front. He's got an angle here, but definitely as they battle on through, who starts the pushing game? And it looks like Josh Conover is going to get the inside lane moving now. Vincent Arthur, Josh Conover, and Aaron Krolick. Right now, sitting 1, 2, and 3. Looks like Gillis is getting ready to squeeze his Chevrolet in. And we have all Chevrolets here in the top 5 as Joey Stats, 96 Ford, kicks it into gear. And we've already got him hanging out. Krolick, dead center, unfortunately, from 2nd place to 11th in 1 lap.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. You lose your line, and everybody is just going to romp right past you.
Yeah, already. He's unfortunately the biggest loser here so far on this race. Carter Disson starts all the way back in the 17th spot. He's down 9 spots in the 11 Toyota. He's going to have to see if he can fight his way back through. But Stella, notice how we're already getting single file here during this race, as it looks like, I believe, the 96 and Joey Stats is still hung out there on the outside. The 41 of Dalton Tucker decides to go ahead and throw his hat into the ring. And the Sunny D machine is finally kicking in. So the outside line only held by 3 cars. Is anybody else willing to try? We'll have to see as they go complete lap number 2.
Yes, it looks like they did just pick up a 4th car on that outside line. And that should help them greatly in trying to catch up here.
Yeah, right now, this is only the duels. I'm hoping this is going to be a very good look at what we've got lined up in the upcoming season. And for the upcoming race, this should be an excellent one, I'm hoping to see. It's always hard to say. I would look at when you come from the clash and you go right into the duels, man, all you're going to think is, man, all I'm going to have is crashing. Guys are going to be smashing each other to pieces. There's going to be nothing left. But right now, it's looking really good as the outside line, led by Dalton Tucker, is starting to pick up the pace. 5th place for him here so far, and this is actually looking really, really good as they shoot across the line. Tucker still holds on to 5th as we get lap number 4 underway. Vincent Arthur has yet to be challenged out front as Josh Conover continues to put the nose to the rear bumper and continue to push him here. Right now, that is definitely working out for his team and his drivers that all follow behind him, as he looks like he's continuing on in the Busch car. The 48 Chevrolet still sits 2nd.
Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying the paint job on that Busch car. It's just like the commercial Busch.
Yes, trying to float on through. I believe Kevin Harvick actually ran that paint there for just a little while. But right now, Cody Height is in a terrible spot. Right now, he's getting pushed around the turn, and I know it's kind of a no-no to push through the turns here at Daytona. But if the 84 of Cody Height can squeeze on through, he's going to have a chance, and he does. Looks like he calms down just a little bit here as we're riding along with Cody Height, looking back, seeing if there's any trouble, and who else is going to continue pushing him like that. Height drops to 9th, unfortunately, after a move like that, as he's having even more trouble out there. The Sunny D machine still fighting on through. Can he figure out where he's going to be? I'm interested to see when that outside line finally kicks in. I'm telling you right now, the outside line will be the faster line if guys can hold out. But right now, when you got Cody Height flicking out of the line there, that's not going to do him any good.
No, no, and I'm concerned watching Tucker in the turns there, still sawing back and forth. I think Malone may consider either wow, either popping down low and letting Tucker go, or stomping on that gas a little harder.
Yeah, see if we can get a little closer, looking up top over Jacob Malone, who is in the front of this lead. Right now, he's trying to hold on the best that he can, but as the 41 you're talking about, Dalton Tucker, is giving a push. Notice how that outside line, here they come. Right now, 1, 2, and 3. Here it comes all the way from 5th. Dalton Tucker gets Jacob Malone out to the front, and now Vincent Arthur has been unseated from the lead. Can they continue, or do they drop down to the bottom? Right now, the 20 Toyota, Cody Smith, may be in some trouble.
Yeah, he just got stranded by by the front two. But if he can pick up a few more tails, he may be okay.
Yeah, not bad here by the rookie of Cody Smith. He's flying up to the front. That is his 18th position gained here on the night. Right now he's trying to hold on to 18th. 18 gained as he drops down to 4th. Vincent Arthur is going to hold that inside line. But right now we are waiting to see if this if the outside line, actually with the anchor of Aaron Krolick, is going to be able to get in there and try to squeeze just a little more speed out of this outside line. Notice how Cody Height is sitting 11th now, way back after his wiggle fest he had, and definitely it was able to retain traction, get back in the groove, and now he's following, but unfortunately he is 5th in line.
Yeah, but I'm looking at a half a second is between our 1st and 12th place. That's outstanding. This is good driving, keeping it nice and tight.
Yeah, right now, definitely holding on the best that they can, trying to push on through, getting a little squeeze there. Conover rotates up just a hair here, but I'm interested to see, what ends up happening from here. As we take a ride along here with Height. Height is definitely trying to floss this one through. Notice how everybody is so tight. Everybody is definitely racing side by side here. But definitely, where do you place yourself? Where do you put yourself as we are now coming up to 3 wide conditions in front of Cody Height here? He may be in the danger zone.
Yeah, he might, but it looks like it didn't last long, so he has survived.
Yeah, Joey Stats was able to tuck back on in. Not bad. I'm wondering if Cody Height actually backed it up a little bit to go ahead and let him squeeze back in, as the 96 Ford out here is going to see if he can charge back in. Now, Stella, the Fords out here have changed a little bit of the body style here for this upcoming year. The Fords have decided to bring a little more humps up there toward the edge of the fenders and kind of squeeze down the back a little bit. Still within regulation, but everybody's saying push and drafting still remains the same. Normally, you've seen the Chevrolets being the more superior car to the push and to the draft. I think Ford was trying to offset that, and that may be what we're getting a little bit of a preview here to tonight as they get lap number 10 underway, still led by Cody Smith, Jacob Malone, and Dalton Tucker rounding out our top 3.
Yeah, and it's Arthur, who was in the lead there for a while, hasn't gone down too far. He's now sitting in 4th.
All right, still doing a great job out here. Right now, Krolick is the only one under fire as the 01 is on the outside. Cody Height and the Sunny D machine, his Chevrolet sitting down on the bottom. But we haven't talked at all about Zach Hollinger. Remember, he is our highest spot driver right now who is trying to play for a shot in. This is going to be a big-time race for him. It's only 36 laps, but he's got to take this race seriously. He can't let this get away from him. But Stella, we are already looking at a 2-second gap, and that's actually going to be held by Foner, who's at the end. Cody Reeder is now 14th, and he has got a long way to go to catch up to the pile.
Oh my, yeah, that is quite a split. I mean, you can see the entire pack in front of you on the next turn. That's the distance to make up, boy.
Yeah, well, he has a chance to regain and collect himself back together if he can get everybody to help push him. Monteith, Disson, and Christenberry sitting right behind him. DeTalent is actually caught up in the middle of this as well, but I do want to kind of point out what we have here in the back. 90% of them are Toyotas.
And is that just by coincidence, or you think Daytona doesn't like foreign cars?
Unknown. Cody Smith's Toyota is still sitting fifth, so he's got an opportunity here to slice back to the front. But Reeder leading this pile. Monteith, Disson, Christenberry, DeTalon, and Kais is sitting here. They're all the way through 19th. All Toyotas, and we're not seeing any positives here, but hopefully they are able to play a little catch-up with 25 laps left to go here. Right now they are sitting there if they can fly on by, but we're going to float up to our front pile here with that 25 laps to go, where Vincent Arthur now sits fifth. Cody Smith's roll is slowed down a little bit as his 17 position gain. He now sits fourth. Dalton Tucker, Jacob Malone, and Kralik. Kralik up to the front, but we've got pit road heating up now as guys are coming down to go ahead and get this pit stop out of the way. Looks like, boy, did you see Josh Conover slinging the pit?
Woo, yes, I did. He's doing what he should do, and that is staying to the right as far as possible at coming through. But I think he had a little bit of trouble making that quick turn. But looks like he's made it into his pit box with no harm, no foul.
Yep. Drivers who came down pit were Vincent Arthur, Conover, Gillis, Height, Tucker, and Thompson.
All right.
Yeah, a couple of drivers coming on down. Looks like 3, 6, 7 drivers came down pit road. That means these guys are getting ready to do it again, or did they stay out? Not much fall off here, as their best time here by Kralik is a 45.3. 45.91 was his last time, but it looks like he's going to work his way on down pit. And honestly, Stella, taking a look at the rest of our guys, this is everybody. This just should kind of clean it up. So there is nobody left who is not pit yet. Everybody else has already pit. All right,
All right.
a little pit stop here.
I was going to say, can we watch? And we won't tell, but let our viewers see what the decisions are on some of these fellas as far as taking tires and not.
Well, right now, seeing how everybody else came down pit and how it went, notice how neither side of the car came up, so that means no tires were taken by some of our drivers. But Stella, we're going to go ahead and point it out, as they are not going to re-pit here. Zach Hollinger came down pit road, and he decided to take tires. 14.85 on the box, and it looks like Kais in the 43 Toyota out here, he decided to I believe, take 2 tires, as 11.87 in the box. So he's going to be trying to catch back up. Unfortunately, taking tires here is going to drop them extremely off pace. Right now, Christenberry, the only thing going to help save Hollinger here, if he can fight his way back to the front. But Stella, Conover has the lead. He's going to continue on as Vincent Arthur, Dalton Tucker sit 1, 2, and 3. And we've got a battle moving on with Cody Smith giving a huge push out here right now to the man, the myth, the legend. Moniz is out in front. The 05 continuing his charge here, as right now a huge shove from the 20 machine of Cody Smith puts Moniz into the lead.
Nice job. I mean, that was textbook. But take a look. Arthur's not giving Conover much room either. He says, if you can do it, I can do it.
Well, the 20 does need some help, and that's where Jacob Malone's going to come into play. If he can snug up on the 20 here, he may be able to give that 05 a shove and help this fall back end. Snug up next to him a little bit. Not bad. Really, a dangerous move is trying to go down for a little bit of that door draft, but you can definitely give it a shot. Little possibility of some netcode issues could arise. But, hey, I've done it before. I've gone out there by myself right alongside those cars, and you can pass a bunch of cars. Right now, the 20 getting a little overzealous there as Cody Smith almost turns Dakota Moniz, but Moniz is now out front, and away he goes, continuing his roll on through here. 20 gives him a shove. Right now, Conover was thinking about passing, but with a good shove like that from the 20 of Cody Smith, no can do. Conover's going to have to settle for third.
Well, for now, we still have 21 laps to go, and they are snugging up tight. I would not put it past them to, nice push by Smith. Put it past them to make a few more plays before it's over.
All right, a 3-second gap separates the top 7 from the rest of the field, starting with the 8th spot of Joey Stats. Stats, unfortunately, is going to have to play catch-up here. I believe all he has is Gillis and Cody Height out there rocking with him, sitting 8, 9, and 10. Height may end up with a finishing spot of exactly where he did, but trying to see if see what he did and kind of see if they can kind of squish it on down. Right now, Drift King is asking if we can keep the leaderboard at the top 20 since the bottom 2 are out. Man, I would love to figure out how to do that, and that would be
Yes.
awesome. You know what I mean? That way it would stop floating on through. But let me see if I can try this, and let's see if that'll work. Bro,
I
check me
love
out.
it.
Boom.
You did that on the fly.
Yeah, something tells me Drift King out there has done this before. Thank you, buddy. We definitely got that squared away, and hopefully it looks a lot better for you guys. That way it's not continuing to rotate on around. Right now it is showing Foner is still down in pit road, and he is revisiting, unsure as to the reason why. Yeah, he's in there
Let's see
somewhere.
how long he's down there and see if maybe it is just a penalty or.
Well, he's creeping up on over 30 seconds here. He's gonna have to kind of fight this one off. I don't know if that's gonna do it for him. 40 seconds now and still going at it. That moves Brady Moats up one more position. Unfortunately, he started a lap down. He is now 19th, so he's gonna have to hope for a caution to get back onto the lead lap here. As Moats is unfortunately still trying to come back to this race. Right now, Stella, this is looking pretty solid here so far. Vincent Arthur hasn't really lost many positions here, as he still remains top 5. Now, does Vincent Arthur have a little something maybe in the green notebook, spiral-bound notebook out there, or is he going to be able to fight his way up to the front and come away with a win?
Tell me that's Waterboy.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, hey, Fletch is out there. In the chat, we've had some lovely people joining us tonight. Jay's out there as always, popping up right first thing. I notice your wife is out there even chatting, and Drift King, like you say. So, we love to see the viewers. Go ahead and drop us a line, and yes, you have to subscribe because we have to keep out the
Bots.
bots. That's it.
Yeah, right now this is looking pretty good. As we rotate back to Logan Monteith, this is the first driver outside of the top 10 here in the 99 Toyota here. Looking to see if he can battle his way back to the front. Now, Stella, we were talking about people trying to fight their way into this race. Cody Reeder, he should be locked and loaded, owner of the team, in the 17 Ford. He's sitting 15th, but unfortunately, we are seeing Zach Hollinger down in 18th position. I'm wondering if that four-tire...
one.
What's that?
One that also Reader is also one that needs to be like a win and you're in.
Yeah, he should be fighting his way up to the front right now. I believe Blake is driving out there for him tonight. Zach Hollinger in the 88 Ford. He's sitting there now 18th. He's trying to battle his way back forward, but unfortunately 18th is a far stretch away from the lead here, about 12 seconds off pace. He's going to have to see if he can fight it on back with 16 to go. But Stella, we are looking at kind of almost 3 separate clutches here, actually 4, as we get through Moniz, through Malone. Then we've got Stats all the way to Guileless, and then Monteith back to Reeder, and then unfortunately Kai's all the way back to Hollinger. So this is a little bit unfortunate here. Some of the guys who really needed to fight their way back to the front here. 15 laps left to go. We're going to be single file. I think everybody's just going to play it safe here to the end.
Okay, well, I'll tell you though, if you wouldn't mind, show me the driver Kristenberry. You haven't mentioned his name all evening.
Oh yeah, Jake Kristenberry sitting here in the 93 machine. He's out there fighting it along. Right now, it's so far. Right now, yeah, he's sitting 17th. Jake. Yep, there he is. Should be in the Jordan car.
Oh, okay. The Air Jordan on the hood. Got it.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Not bad here. Right now, Hollinger is still trying to fight behind him as well. And right now, that driver out of PA. Pennsylvania, I know. Come on.
What?
No, somebody with PA, just because I can read. All right. Still moving on. Let's go ahead. 14 to go. Somebody give me a winner here. Let's start voting for winners here. Right now, I think Josh Conover, I think he's looking 2 for 2 here. Seeing that he won the Clash, I think I think he's lining himself up for another win here. The key is he's got to figure out how to get around Cody Smith first and then set up Moniz here at the end. He'll probably make a good pass at the end, especially around that slight dog leg turn that we see. And I think Conover might have it. Stella, what's your call?
My call, well, Arthur came in first during qualifying, so I think he's got what it takes to make it. Now we've got John Jay, Fletcher, and Drift King out there. Let's hear from you and see what. Drift King. It says Conover's the man.
All right. Well, definitely keep an eye. I still think Conover sitting third may be looking good. Jay's calling from Malone. Now Malone all the way back here. He's actually in the back of this entire pile. Porter Cable car, he's going to have to see if he can fight his Ford up toward the front. Now, consider he is the only Ford up here in the top 7. Joey Stats is riding a Ford, but he is sitting about 6 seconds behind that. He's got a long way to go before he catches him here, but I'm interested to see if that would be a possibility, if Malone would be able to fight his way up to the front here. That might be a interesting call here, if that is even possible, if he's able to do it here.
Well, I mean, he back to front, front to back. I mean, that could be. Driving
he is sitting back there a little bit. I know I was not entertained at all. 0.
Well, that's why Jay's picking Malone.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I know.
I had a feeling. This will be a discussion tomorrow.
Yes,
12 to go here, 11 at the line as we're riding along with Jacob Malone here. Right now, Jacob's looking pretty solid. Notice how he's very firm on the wheel. He's not really jerking around a lot. It's not bouncing him around, so looking pretty good here. Everything's definitely nice and smooth. Everything getting around this turn. Cody Dorsey out there saying Conover and Arthur, they got this. Definitely still a possibility. I like the choices out here. Everybody's still here in the top, but Stella, I'm noticing nobody picking anybody outside the pack, outside the front pack here.
Yeah, well, I figure unless we have a caution, that's a huge 7 seconds to try to make up to get to the second pack.
Yeah. Right now, I believe we've got a couple of guys starting to mash them back together here. Right now, I think the third pack has caught the second one. And this might help with more cars, help them catch back up. Right now, we're looking at 7.7 out of stats. Right now, I figure what we're probably going to see is somebody's going to bump stats out of the way, as he may not have
what it takes?
A lead-worthy car. You know, there are pushers and there are leaders, and I'm wondering if he's, if it's something simple like he's got too much tape on the front of this car. He's not running enough air pressure in this car. And right now, somebody's going to bump out, try to overtake him, and just see if he can help push them to the front as they move back to now almost 8.2 seconds off pace. Right now, they are running out of time with 10 to go.
Yes.
They've got to hurry up if they want to get up there and try to match them as they lose another 0.2 around that turn.
Ouch. Yeah, 0.2 on the turn is kind of a killer, a nail in a coffin.
Yeah. Well, notice Cody Height isn't kind of putting the bumper to him here. He's not really shoving the 96 up to the front, which is unfortunately that's what the front pack's doing, and then they're still bumping each other, and they're still getting pretty close. But right now they've kind of got a race like it's 2 to go. They've got to hurry up here with 9 to go, so it does buy them 18 miles to go. But 18 miles is definitely sawing away here pretty quick, as there we go. 84 Cody Height starting to give a shove here, and that may help him out as they drop down to now 8.9 off pace. And that may be it may be kind of hosed here if they don't kind of figure out how to work together, as you definitely see him separating back here just a little bit. As the number 11 Interstate Battery car, that should be Carter Dyson out there. Yep.
Yeah, I was watching, thinking the same thing. I mean, Height, that's how he ended up back here, was up front pushing. But Carter Dyson thinks his car's got a little bit more and he can take it. But as long as he's got some people behind him, 17 just hopped in front of him.
Yeah, that he did. He made a quick hop to the outside. 17's feeling that he should be able to lead this one. If the 84 stuck half his car out there, then it'd be able to help Reeder pull on through this side turn and then be able to get them creeping on around. But as they come to the dogleg, no can do, as they are side by side here.
Nice.
Yeah, not too bad. Ooh, there's a block.
Now, block or somebody saying...
Well, notice how the inside line is starting to pick up speed here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did just notice that.
So wait for the number 3 of Guileless here. Guileless, I guarantee, is getting ready to give a shove of a lifetime here to the 84. As they
And
shoot
let's
down
see
this
what Thompson-
backstretch. There's a nudge. And now
Yeah.
Stats is getting out front again. And I think we just moved off to the side. 17 decided not to continue pushing Reader in the front. Now at least getting a positions gained, but the more they battle amongst themselves,
Yes.
this may be pretty rough. The talent's sliding up just a little bit. He may have a top 10 here, but the outside line kicking it into gear again. And once again, you can almost feel the frustration from Cody Height that every time somebody gets in front of him, it's like they hit the brakes on him now.
Well, there you go. Oh, but instead he follows him up Highline. I was seeing if Height and Guileless could finally get something going there. Ooh, nice. Somebody's paying their spotter really well today.
Yeah, right now it's just Guileless is going to hang out in the top lane. He may be able to use that suction from the gap here, be able to pull onto the high side line, either help them move or he's going to try to make a move here. This definitely an ugly race here in the back with 5 to go. We've already got Dorsey out here calling for a yellow. He's thinking that somebody's going to make a mistake here. It would help clutch them back together, but unfortunately that means backup cars for the 500.
Yeah, well, let's take a look up front, though. We are looking at Moniz and Smith within a couple hundredths of each other there.
Yeah, they should be. I knew the 20 has been pushing the 05 here for a while, and he's giving him a good little shove. You see he's about 50 thousandths off his mark there.
Yeah. Okay, but no challenge yet.
No challenge yet. I figure about 2 to 3 to go. Right now we are seeing Monteith. He's flying on up, gaining 6 on the night, but he still sits 11th. Look at the 17. Trying to slide. Notice nobody came with him. So the 17 of Reader here, he's going to have to see if he can continue on through and use a little door draft. But like somebody hit the brakes on the car. Back he goes. Hopefully the spotter, spotter got paid this week. 17 did not rotate up behind the 2 of Cameron Thompson, and it looks like to the back of the field here for the 17.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. But maybe he can catch up to the pack. They just split again, and look at him go.
Yeah. Right now, if the front 3 had stayed to the inside, the 17 had been able to reel him in. But it looks like to their own demise, they continue to roll on back here as the 44 machine of the talent might be trying to save him here, but I believe that the Frito-Lay machine may be having more trouble here. 3 to go as right now they're shuffling it up here in the back. Guileless gets just about a nose out in front of Talent. Height still sitting behind the 2. Right now, no issues here. We'll rotate up front here in just a moment as I think the 17 ducks on off and leaves the Talent to kind of die out there in the fresh air. Oh my gosh, look at the 17 making a cut here. This might be a gutsy move. He's got to hold on. Almost rotates up and doors the 84 of Cody Height, but using a little of that door draft. I love it. That's exactly what you see. All right, let's get back up to the front where the split has happened.
There we go.
Conover is out front. Here it comes. Vincent Arthur is going to help push him here in the 24 Chevrolet, and Moniz is working his way on back, unfortunately. Down he goes, and right now Vincent Arthur really giving the bumper to him here. Now, still, regardless, if Vincent Arthur does not win the duels here, he still starts on the pole. So right now we're going to see who's going to start right behind him here as they continue on through this turn. But remember, white flag this time by. Barney will be going ahead and waving that here as we get ready to get this underway. Yes, there it is. White flag is out. Whatever happens, happens. Guys start wrecking, no one cares, but they're going to definitely separate the lines here. Moniz has got to run here on the outside. Around he goes, seeing if the 05 can hold it here. 20 machine not giving up. The 69 machine of Jacob Malone coming in the clutch. Right now, Jay's on the edge of his seat. His driver's got a chance. Yeah, well, right now, Jacob Malone.
Podium.
Yeah, Malone's still giving a run here. Right now, we'll see if Josh Conover decides to give a shove to the 69. They may be able to get a good run, use these two together. Look like Vincent Arthur dialing it on back. They are aiming up here for a run. Right now, Vincent Arthur, here it comes. Cody Smith at the line. Here it comes. Here's the squeeze. And
Oh,
at the line, Smith gets him.
my
Smith, Moniz,
goodness.
Malone.
Oh, wow. That was a tight finish. Amazing.
Excellent run there by our drivers right at the end. Do want to give another peek at that run here at the line.
Yeah, do it again. I thought Smith was going to take him out for sure. He was sawing back and forth, bump, bump, bump. But look at that. Eek.
Look at the 69 of Malone. Oh, he needed about another half a car length.
Yep,
Oh, he's so close.
yep. Another 50 feet and he might have. Wow, that was excellent.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
And not a yellow flag in sight. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was definitely not. I enjoyed that one. I mean, look at Conover. He was trying everything he could do to get in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, the win was only by 40 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, that's tight. Very nice.
Yeah,
very
definitely
nice.
close here. So let's take a quick peek at where your driver ended up. Yep, 44 thousandths of a second. 48 thousandths was Malone. I mean, man,
Wow.
that was close. Man, that was close. 4 thousandths of a second.
Well, like we have heard before, being in the front is not the best place to be. I mean, the guy in second has that ability to just pop out and zing around you at the last moment.
Yeah. Alrighty, just for giggles here, we're going to slide on back. Let's take a look at Dyson here, as it looks like the talent's getting in something back here.
Uh-oh.
Something tells me John knew about it. We'll see how this kind of came around. Something happened back here in the back. Oof.
Oh, before that,
See what happened to the talent here. See if I can get a chase cam. There's the talent coming on the outside. Look at the 96 getting a gap shot here.
oh,
Oof.
bing, bing, bing. Oh,
Yeah, kind of pinballed him around. Well, what ended
Yes.
up happening is the talent had so much speed, he didn't know where to put it. And I think as soon as he got pinballed, that was it. It squeezed him out of there like a watermelon seed and up onto the top row and kind of popped him there.
Sure did. How's that, John? Yeah. We had a request for showing that second group.
Yeah.
I imagine this is why.
Alrighty. We'll see if we can grab a hold of Cody Smith while we got a chance and see if we can at least talk to the winner of the race.
All right.
I do want to see if I can find him here.
I'm looking.
There he is.
Ah, good.
Let's see if we can go ahead and grab a hold of him here. All right, guys, hold on just a minute, and we'll talk to the race winner here and kind of see what he thought about how this race went. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. We catch up with our race winner here of the duels. Number one shot, we get caught up with none other than Cody Smith in the 20 Toyota. Really, Toyota's had a bad rap here tonight, but you seem to get yours in just fine. Talk to me about a little bit about the duels here.
Well, they surprised us on lap 12 with pitting. I knew some type of strategy was going to come, but I wasn't in the big Discord, so I didn't know when. So we pitted the next lap after, got on pit road conservative, came out with the main pack, and then me and the '05 worked together until the end, and he was awesome, and it just worked out for us tonight.
Yeah, definitely working with a little bit of teamwork out there, people pushing. Are you noticing anything different from this season compared to last season? With anything with the cars, any kind of drafting issues, or is the car handling pretty much the same?
I didn't run with them last season, but I know it's a great group of guys. I know it's very competitive. They ran a very clean race. So to win amongst these group of guys, it's definitely a challenge, and to do so is it's a lot of satisfaction to it. So I'm real happy.
Okay. Well, I noticed it did show that you were a rookie, but I think it may have been the other Cody that came in at the very end of the last season, but kind of pushing around out there. Anything you noticed out there on the track, with anybody dangerous out there? Or is right now, are you feeling pretty comfortable with the front seven that you were rolling around with out there?
Only comfortable with them. Just you can hook up with anybody, and you can beat 3 or 4 cars that aren't hooked together. As long as you can hook up, you can go from fifth and sixth to first and second, like we did on the back stretch there. And the '05 held a straight line, and we were glued to each other all the way until off turn 4 until I could make my move. And it was fun working with him, and really glad to get the checker flag.
All right, they always say sitting in the first spot, you're a sitting duck. Yeah, everybody else is going to attack from all sides. As soon as they lose the draft in the back, that's exactly what happened. Cody Smith, congratulations on your dual win, man. I definitely expect to see a lot more racing like that in the Daytona 500. Give me your shout outs here.
Yeah, definitely. Zach Bowerman, he's an '83 car in this next duel. He's going to put on a show, so I'm hoping he'll double up here when Sweet Life Motorsports will bring home both wins. He's not a locked-in driver, so we're going to get him in the show. And then, yeah, just he's Josh Conover, the league owner, for letting me run this league with him. I'm excited for the season and for you guys for broadcasting. From what I've watched so far, y'all are professionals, and it's going to be fun to watch this one back.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely. I'll tell you what, intensity. I love bringing it to to the mic and especially to everybody's screen. Cody Smith, fantastic race, man. Good luck to you out there.
Yes, sir. Y'all have fun in the second one.
Oh yeah. All right, that's going to do it for Cody Smith. And, let's go ahead and get a hold of our third place driver of Jacob Malone. Let's see if we can grab a hold of Jacob Malone, who ended up in third place. Very, very close out there. Jacob, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Dude, this race, something was happening. We had somebody call it out there, and I did kind of call his bluff a little bit. Seeing that you were sitting seventh not but 4 laps ago, you come out with a podium finish. Talk to me about it here.
Well, it was all about patience, and that's all Daytona is. It's just patience is key, and I've struggled with that. I'm a very aggressive driver. That's what a lot of people tell me. So it was all about just kind of maintaining, looking for a run when it comes, and I just kind of went with the line that was moving at the time of like around 2 laps ago, 2 laps ago, and it paid off. For a little bit, I got scared though, because like I was up high, leading the outside lane for a little bit all by myself. But other than that, though, I mean, it was pretty interesting, a lot of fun. Congratulations to Cody on the dual win. Looking forward to racing him at the 300.
Yeah, well, it's definitely going to be an interesting race out there. Trying to find places to push, try to find whether or not to use the door draft out here. Guys are kind of pushing around, trying to figure out, where there's going to be a nice blend out there. I would probably say that, guys are going to be pushing around, guys are going to be trying this. What differentiates, seeing that you're not a rookie, this year from last year? Everybody's still kind of racing the same, or does everybody seem to have a chip on their shoulder from last season?
There's a bit of a chip from the clash, from what I noticed in the past. But other than that, though, I feel like everyone's been a bit better, a bit cleaner from what I've been able to tell. Maybe it's just me calming down finally, but yeah, I can't really go into depth with that because I wasn't even a full-time rookie. This is the first time I'm driving for actual driver's points, so it's
All right.
definitely a bit different.
Okay. Hey, well, now that means that everything matters this time. No way of slipping away on this one. So definitely, I can't wait to see what you've got for this upcoming season. Is there a race you're going to call your shot on and say this is the one for me, or the one you've got circled on the calendar? Yeah, so far.
I think if any track right now for myself would be circled. There's definitely a mix of tracks that I really like, but at the moment, I think it would be Texas. I feel like I can do good there if I put my mind to it.
Alrighty, man. Well, I definitely hope so. A lot of people put an X on Texas because they can't stand that track, because turn 1 and 2, the way it's changed. And now that I've even heard word through the grapevine is they're continuing or considering doing it again. So, man, oh, man, oh, man, that's going to be interesting. Jacob Malone, congratulations on your third place finish. Give me your shout outs here, bud.
Well, my family, they're pretty cool. But I don't really have that much to shout out other than them. And I mean, thank you guys for putting on a show, and along with NORA, gotta shout out them for getting all of the drivers together to put on these fantastic races.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, that's okay. Hopefully, we'll get you some sponsors on that car, and you can shout them out too. See?
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep up the finishes, man, and you'll get one on the car. Jacob, congratulations, man, and we'll catch you definitely next week.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All righty. And we'll try to get a quick chat here with Dakota Moniz. Hey, Dakota, how was the race out there, buddy?
Oh, hey, it was amazing. Had a good time out there tonight.
All right. Well, we led the good part of the latter half. We just didn't pull it out here at the end. You felt like you were set up here?
Yeah, I was honestly kind of expecting it, especially as those laps were winding down there towards the end. I was just kind of waiting in the wings for them to make their move. So, yeah, wasn't too surprised there at the end.
Man. Well, with the guys out there, you had Cody Smith, you had Jacob Malone behind you. Josh Conover and Vincent Arthur looked like they were getting ready to put up a fight when you guys were passing on the outside. I mean, how nervous were you when you got ready to push through right toward the end?
Yeah, I was when we got that run on that outside there at the end, I was fully expecting someone to jump up and try to block it there. But luckily no one did, and we were able to get out there and get back to the lead. But like you saw happen, just weren't quite able to hold on to it there.
All right. Well, we head into Daytona next week. We stay here. You feel pretty seasoned now moving into the next run. Pit strategy tonight was definitely a questionable one. How, where do we set ourselves up, when we go to the big one?
Honestly, that's gonna be tough. We're gonna have a lot of time to think about it, but I think just planning it out with the teammates and having a good strategy of when you guys want to come down, if we have green flag pit stops, will be key. So, yeah, we're just gonna be figuring that out throughout the week leading up to the race.
All right, man. Shout out, Tom.
All right, yeah, just big shout out to Cody Smith in the 20. He did a heck of a job pushing. I really appreciate the clean racing from him, and shout out to you for coming out and doing the broadcast. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We definitely try to make it interesting, especially when you guys are racing it clean. You realize how easy it makes it up here. If you guys were smashing each other to pieces, I tell you what, eventually I will run out of stuff to talk about.
Well, we'll try to keep it green for you all season.
All right, a caution here and there is okay, but man, if it gets like the Clash, at Talladega, then come on, man, don't be doing that. Dakota,
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Definitely, the Chevy that made it into the top 3. Definitely come in second. Dakota, we'll see you next week, my man.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All righty. Stella, the race was run by a Toyota. Chevy came in second, and a Ford came third. Definitely an interesting run here that we saw what's getting on here. Right now, I'm showing Reeder and Hollinger for 11th and 15th. They have qualified into the next round, so fortunately, that should be a good sign. Hopefully, they will continue on and make even more steps to continue this race. But Stella, we've got to get over to the race number 2 for these guys in the duels. And we'll kind of talk about it a little bit here, is really what can these guys do, knowing what they saw here tonight in duel number 1, whether they were spotting or sitting into in the backfield here a little bit. What do they do? How do they set themselves up for what's coming next?
Well, what the big thing is, right now they're only doing 36 laps, and they're only doing it with half of the field on the track. Next week, we're going to be looking at putting the entire crew out there at the same time and running, what, 200 laps?
Yeah, well, clumps of drivers all getting mashed together. I'm interested to see if teams come about. You and I have broadcast leagues before where teams actually worked against them. To me, it wasn't a good thing because we saw guys running up in the top 5 buck themselves out, rotate to the back of the field, and then try to pull the rest of their team up with them, and they just weren't able to complete that, or they got in even more trouble. If you've got a guy up there in the top 5, man, I gotta do me. When you guys meet me, I'll be that guy who pops out of the inside lane and let's pull us the rest of the way. But you've got to fight yourself back there. There's no way you can give up for teams or ownership points dropping out of a top 5 to drop back to 15th or 18th to grab your team who's hanging out in the 20-somethings. They've got to figure out a way to fight their way up to the front, and that's their job. With communication, good spotting, to be able to fight their way up to the front. That's really their job and what they've got to do. And hopefully that's exactly what we're going to see in the upcoming run here. But right now we are getting locked and loaded here for duel number 2. This is going to determine... Come on, Stella.
The outside line?
Yeah, this should be determining who is coming in for the even numbers here. Right now, Ryan Bird placed second during qualifying. So right now, Ryan Bird, all he has to do is finish on the lead lap, and he'll be starting on the outside line for this upcoming race. So guys, keep in mind for that, but we should be getting squared away here and just about ready to get this one kind of clutched back in. And I'm interested to see kind of once again still if these guys have got a trick up their sleeve, seeing what they just saw. Everybody's kind of got a plan here, but the pit strategy, I think, is what didn't just throw us off, threw everybody else off too. No one had any idea as to why they came in so early or why some came in so late, but when it split and the 2 different pit stops,
Yes.
it changed everything. It shuffled everybody up, and it's not exactly what everybody expected, but hopefully we'll see more of that to come, of where everybody is getting just a little tripped up. Guys are not expecting certain things, and that's exactly what I can't wait to see come up, is where these guys are going to place. And definitely Jake Boyer out there, Jay and John DeTalent, appreciate you guys, and especially Cody Dorsey out there hanging out with us. We will actually see him in this race. So I know daggone well he was watching exactly what we had here, and we're putting on the race to have a good feel of what we've got coming up. Now, he's going to kind of take what he saw here. He's going to kind of push the envelope, and I'm hoping to see, hopefully, Cody Dorsey be able to put some time in on the track, and he's going to see what he can do out here. But Stella, it's easier said than done.
Always. What I didn't get to see was the choose cone car. We didn't have a single caution on that last one, and I was spoiled.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say, compared to what we saw in the last one, I appreciated it going completely green. I think some of the drivers who were 10 seconds off pace would have preferred that not to happen.
True.
Yeah, but it's definitely a shot in the dark. But we'll definitely kind of cue in and see if we can find some of these guys, as I think they are getting locked and loaded out there. And practice is just still underway here, but we are still looking at probably about 3 more minutes. So we'll go ahead and find our guys out here, kind of show off their different cars, different paint schemes out here, especially from Ryan Ferraro out there. We see him out there in the 13. Definitely a wild color. Can't miss that one.
Oh yeah, you know me, I love fluorescent green. But we do have some new people out here. Harper 50 and Bambonitastic. Yeah, I gotta go with that. Rooting for the 12 and the 6 tonight.
All right, 12 and the 6.
Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully
That'll
we
be
see
your
how they do out here. Right now, I'm not seeing either one.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but that's all right. We still got a great race lined up here. Stella, we do have a lot of guys, though, that are in a pinch.
Yes.
A lot of guys that are going to be having that number one mark out there on their car. And
Looking
up
at Tevis,
and up in the tower.
Danielson, Slauson, Sable, Borman are all fighting for those 3 spots that Reeder and Hollinger just vacated or just finished in 11th and 15th. So
Yeah.
the best 3 finishers out of all those will go forward. And if they do finish better than Reeder did in P11, then Reeder gets knocked out.
And that's the worst part, is you don't want to see guys kind of get wiped out of this one, but there is still a possibility of something like that happening out here. That's Thomas Walter in the 57 Chevy we're seeing. Right now sitting second out there with the fastest time here during practice. They only got about 1:40 left. Right now, I believe Gladelick sitting back there in 15th. Brian Powell 16th. Corey Danielson, he's 17th. And once again, we've got mostly Toyotas, and they're kind of, this one's actually scattered about. These guys are kind of a little bit everywhere.
And we've also had a change. Cody Heights, that was doing the race control for last race, is now in the race. So we're moving on to Moats and Cody Height and Conover and Guylis that'll be doing the RC for this half of the duels and doing the choose cone car.
Okay, so it went from Christopher Heights to Cody Height.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Chris-
Okay, I was
oh,
making sure I was
yeah.
keeping up with that one. I said, oh, you tried to get me.
Yeah.
All right,
And,
yeah.
and yeah, you're going to need to explain again, I think, about the ones in front, because Harper 5-0 out there doesn't understand why it says 112 when he's in the 12.
Yes, well,
So let's go through that.
Yeah, the 112. Everybody with a 1 in front of their number is in danger tonight. They are in danger of being eliminated. Right now, they are battling for the top spot, that way they can fight themselves in. Everybody with an O is an owner out there, so they already have kind of a provisional. They have their way in, and they're going to be able to continue fighting it on out. You see anybody with an R, like Borman down there in the 12th spot in the 183, that R means he is a rookie. And we'll definitely have a couple of things out there when we start trying to change it up a little bit. But right now, Harper out there saying he's knowing about the number, the 1 in front of the number.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they've kind of marked Heights as as somebody who is on the chopping block.
Well, the thing is, you were saying that the O guys are in good shape, but it's I'm reading here that the RC says Tevis, Heights, Danielson, Slauson, Sable, and Borman are all fighting for the 3 spots. So that's some of our ones there that have the O's. At least 3 of them.
Huh.
Bum, bum, bum.
So confusing.
Yeah, I know.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and see if we can get straight to our grid here and take a look at where our guys are going to start here tonight. I definitely expect a wild one. Stella, do you want to do this one, or you want me to rip through this grid?
Oh, go for it.
Oh, man, you're no fun. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid for the Daytona.
I can do it, I just don't do it as well.
I understand. For the Daytona Duels, race number 2, Ryan Bird and Thomas Walter will be starting in the front row. Looks like the 49 and the 57 Chevrolet are going to be duking it out, but 2 more Chevrolets will sit right behind them as Ryan Ferraro and Kyle Rochelle sit in 3 and 4. Moving on to Jacob Gladelick and Christopher Heights. They'll be sitting 5th and 6th. Adam Kulikowski will be sitting in 7th next to Cody Dorsey. Dorsey out here originally hanging out with us during the first broadcast, so now it's his turn. Todd Slauson will be 9th next to Dylan Dunford. Boy, that name sounds familiar, doesn't it, in the 8 Chevrolet. Hopefully we'll see how well he does. Matthew George next to Scott Kerberg will be starting 11th and 12th, and that's for row number 6. Moving on to row number 7 will be Adam Tevis, and he'll be starting 13th next to Corey Danielson. Dustin Kleba will be sitting in 17th next to Blair Patterson. Right now, it looks like Zach Borman will be sitting in the 17th spot next to Eric Sablo? Sable. Good Lord. See, that's why I thought you would be able to have it. See that? Oh, at the end, tripped me up there. Got me.
Yes.
It got me. Bringing on Brian Powell will be in 19th next to Cody Height. Height looking to have a good run here, but I thought Height was checking out. He should be RC here tonight. And right now I'm showing Gillis, Height, Conover, and Moats. These guys should all be right now sitting kind of in the RC positions, checking everything, making sure everything is good to go. So that means Christopher Height sitting in that 19th spot is going to be kind of hanging out there in the back. Right now he's going to be having a little work to do here, Stella.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was actually looking for him in the 19th spot, but I'm seeing 19 is Brian Powell.
Yeah, right now, but check it down on the 19th spot there, 4.4 behind.
I'll live with that.
Yeah.
Can you do that same thing to the tower that you did a minute ago?
Yes. Yeah, we'll float that through here in just a second. I was just trying to find out where he was and try to see if we can lock this in. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
All righty. Going around for another pace lap here. This should be the last time by. Ryan Bird getting pretty excited out here. And right now, Dylan Dunford going to be having his shot out here to give a good show for everybody watching. Hopefully, this goes very, very well for them as they get wrapped around 1 and 2. I'm excited to see how these guys kind of hold out a little bit. We'll see actually how Cody Dorsey is doing out there with Scott Kerberg out there for the Blind Squirrels Racing. They should be starting pretty close to one another. Dorsey in the 6th, Kerberg sitting 10th. As they kind of shuffle up around on the track just a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Remember, we were talking, nobody's locked in yet until this race completes for the second round.
All right. Yeah, I'm still dealing with the Blind Squirrel Racing. I kind of hope somebody ends up on the podium for that one because I gotta ask.
Yeah. For the Blind Squirrels, Brian Powell Motorsports will be out there with Corey Danielson and Brian Powell. So that should be a good one here. I'm hoping to see how this works out. Ryan Bird and Kyle Rochelle, they're sitting there with Late Apex Racing. They've been doing a heck of a job out here so far. North Star Design. I've seen a bunch of paints by that before. Come on. All right, everybody rooting on the number 12 out there. Christopher Heights starting dead last here. He's going to have to fight his way up to the front. And this will be his opportunity here. These guys get around the last straightaway here before we enter the bend. Chevrolet dropping on off, heading down pit road here. Green flag is in Barney's hand. And away we go. Here we go, Stella. Right now, we're looking at the Daytona Duels race number 2, 57 Chevrolet of Thomas Walter, getting in front of Ryan Bird fast right now as they shoot down into 1 here. So far, so good as we have all Chevrolets here in the top 6. Kulikowski and Slauson sitting 7th and 8th with their Toyotas. They're charging. And then all the way back to 13th are going to be nothing but Chevrolets before we finally find Dustin Kaliba's Ford. Hopefully we'll see one of these guys be able to fight their way up to the front. But this is a fantastic race here so far as these guys are staying clutch together. Much tighter than last race as these guys are getting very, very close. The number 9 of Cody Dorsey pops close to the wall here. Getting a little bit out of line. Dylan Dunford's hanging back just a hair to see if he can calm that car down before he decides to push. I don't know about you, Stella, but notice how these guys are still sitting side by side here in this race and not going single file yet, as a couple of them have already decided to duck toward the inside line.
Oh yeah, there's some like the in, some like the out, but we've got a little bit of your single file now coming up front. I was watching Ferraro making some nice pushes there on And getting that inside line really moving forward.
Yeah, Ferraro with your favorite paint job here. Right now he's down a position here so far. He did start third. He's going to be kind of falling on back. Looks like Gladelick out there racing. I believe that is in a Chase Elliott scheme. He's going to be out there running there in the Napa machine as his Chevrolet rounds out the top 5. Kulikowski gets his up to 6th. And checking it back on Christopher Heights, who's now moved from 19th to 16th in a matter of a couple of laps. So still rotating on through, but man, this is looking pretty good here so far as everybody else is still maintaining out here. Not too bad as the 9, unfortunately, of Cody Dorsey is still starting the march back. He's trying to get up to the front, but no can do, as it looks like Matthew George in the 5 Chevrolet and the Powerade machine down on the bottom. Right now he's got to snug up a little closer to him there if he wants to keep it. But notice how far apart these two lines are, Stella. I'm interested to see why the outside line doesn't snug down on the straightaways and try to use a little bit of that door draft so they don't lose any speed here.
Yeah, they're snugging down, but one at a time into that lower lane there. Dylan Dunford, that's who we have tonight? Not
Yep.
Brandon, right?
Right.
All right, yeah, Dylan Dunford needs to start pushing if we're going to get any movement on that outside line. They seem to be bailing out and headed to the inside just because I guess they're figuring it's not going to go any faster.
Yeah, well, taking a look here, we are off the left front fender of Dylan Dunford. Right now, check out how the 46 is definitely snugging up close to the 45, and that is Adam Kulikowski, and it looks like Todd Slauson. Both these Toyotas get right now nose to tail. Powerade machine trying to sneak it up a little bit. Oops, little disconnect here. Yeah, from right there from Dunford as this Bud machine is coming apart. Right now, let's see how we're going. I'm looking to see who is ducking down to the bottom, as I think we see some wiggling here. I don't know. That's not Blair Patterson. That's is that Sable? Yeah,
55?
it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sable in the 55 Walmart machine. He's sliding in behind Dunford as the inside line has a huge checkup there from something in the front. Right now,
Oh.
a huge checkup. Now everybody's slowing down outside line in 31. Corey Danielson ducks on out and falls bound to the back.
Oh, my.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I don't know if that was an equipment problem or somebody told him he had an EOL out of Mystery Land, because now he is in the boonies.
Yeah, right now that is not looking good here. For Corey Danielson, that definitely did not go the way he had hoped. I'm trying to see if we can find something that may have kind of shed some light on what happened here. But we've got once again still Sable 3 wide here. Dunford looking to make the pass on the outside, and the 91 squeaking by a Blair Patterson.
My goodness. Yeah, I don't know what that initial checkup was, but I think everybody handled it spectacularly.
Yeah, that was a fantastic move by everybody kind of getting out of the way there. Looking to see if there's anything going on, so I kind of take a peek. We'll actually float back here in just a moment and take a quick peek and see what happened to him here. Remember, he's in that Monster Energy machine.
Yes. Kind of a slime green.
Yeah, it looks like he got pushed the wrong way and it kind of hooked him, so he sent it out of the way. Yeah. Not exactly the way we thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to be a lot crazier here.
No, this is wonderful. So it was a fantastic finish. If you guys missed the first of the duels, you should go back and watch it because it was some great racing. Green flag all the way. Let's see if these guys can live up to the hype. Whoop.
Yeah. Trying to see if we can snap it back live here. Having a little trouble out there on the service right now. SDK doing a fantastic job of absolutely doing nothing what it's supposed to. But that's all right. We'll get her squared away here still.
Well, I'll tell you, you make it work every time. How? I don't know, and I don't want to know. But yeah, it looks great every week, and I'm pleased to be here with you.
Yeah. Let's see if we can fight it here. We're getting pretty close. Almost there. Yeah, right now I'm still showing Thomas Walter and Kyle Rochelle sitting 1 and 2. Ryan Bird sits 3rd, and Ryan Ferraro is 4th. Vladalik remains in 5th position, as right now Blair Patterson and Alan Kulikowski right now sitting 6th and 7th out there on the track. Right now this is looking pretty good here so far, as I see everybody out there still kind of shuffling it around a little bit, seeing if they can push their way on through and get a little more out of this rest of this out of the rest of this track. But Stella, as this thing kind of squeezes down and guys are still racing side by side here, we're still got a couple of guys who are having some trouble fighting their way into this one.
Fighting their way in?
Well, right now, remember, we're seeing Slauson sitting 7th, and they're still working on. Borman sitting in the 180, sitting in the 83. He sits 11th. He's still got to get his way up to the front, and we're having some trouble out there, whether they're going to be able to make it or not.
Yeah, well, as I understand, they have to be better than P11, and they'll be looking at a good chance. The 5 in the front are looking great. They are snug it up really close, but making me scared. But it looks like the outside line in that second group is really matching in and coming on strong.
Yeah, they're still giving a good fight out there. I'm not noticing if anybody's making any more headway out there, if they're having any trouble or any different ideas of how they're going to get up to the front as we sling 3 wide here. Right now I'm seeing, I believe that should be the 37 of Brian Powell.
Yeah,
Powell.
He just lost about 3 spaces there, just getting stuck on the outside. You lose the draft, you lose the race.
Yeah. Right now it's still having some trouble out there, and we're still trying to see where we can find it. Right now, Josh Conover, and see if he can get this. There we go. Finally. Yeah. Yeah, right now still fighting on through. So here we go. Right now, Walter Rochelle Bird sitting 1, 2, and 3. Looking pretty good here so far, but I'm interested to see. Stella, we look at Dylan Dunford here once again, and he is kind of caught in right now in a pickle here as the 3 wide condition kind of ends right behind him. You see somebody flying on back, and that should be a Sable who now drops down to 16th. But right now, this side-by-side racing, it definitely wears these guys out. 25 to go. Notice how no pit stops yet. Normally we had last duel, they kind of guys shuffled it up and didn't expect that kind of strategy out there.
Well, right about now is when they came in no, I take it back. It was at lap 25 that they came in last time. And here we are with 25 to go. Very interesting.
Right. Oh, we got a couple takers. We got a couple takers. There they go. Right. So
see, it looks like Walter Bird, Rochelle, and Ferraro are leaders up there, have taken it in.
yeah,
Can we see if they're going to do tires? Or if
I
they're
would
just
assume
gonna
not.
Splash.
We'll
splash
take
and
we'll
go.
take a look at Walter here and see if anything happens.
Mm.
Whoa, interesting call.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have done that.
He's going to lose a few spots, but maybe he'll... Oh.
In time. I'm wondering if we sped in.
Oh, no.
Yep. So he is being held now. 30 seconds in the box.
That painful.
Ooh, Tevis stays out.
He does.
All right. Let's see how that works out for him as everybody else is working their way down pit. A couple of drivers who have not come in yet. Kerberg has not come down. He decides to stay out. Corey Danielson in the 31. Something may have happened here, as he is way off pace. He's going to be fighting his way back up. Dustin Kleba, he's working his way back out of pit. Fast time for him as he works his way out. Fantastic stop. So as we wait for the rest of our drivers to come on around, there's Ryan Bird. He's fighting on around. I don't think he's got anybody even near him by at least a second and a half before Ryan Ferraro reaches him. So Ryan Bird's starting to shoot on around. These are all the guys coming out of pit here.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's actually Bird getting ready to catch the back end of the field there up toward the front. Right now, Bird had a good pit stop. Yeah, interesting to see Bird taking it taking a little bit different here as he's trying to catch that front group. Remember, Bird is already locked in here. He'll be catching up. Right now, we are seeing everybody kind of catching up to, I believe, the 31 machine of Corey Danielson. He's working his way down pit road now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what has caused his slowdown here in the race.
Yeah, and it still shows Walter as a lap down.
Huh.
He lost a lap in having to sit there for the 30 seconds. Ouch.
Yeah, Thomas Walter actually sat there for 54.43 seconds.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the 57 Chevrolet not having a good one here. He sits out in front at the moment of this pile. Oh, a little blank there. Yeah, right now I'm still showing one driver who is yet to pit, and that would be Scott Kerberg.
All right.
Yeah, so he's trying to hold on to it here. I'm wondering if he's kind of rallying for a caution. And may be able to get out there.
After watching duel number 1, I wouldn't bet on it.
No, not at all. But also notice he's out there by himself. So right now, as everybody else is drafting, they're slowly sawing away at his lead time here. Kerberg on the way into pit.
Yeah, I was going to say they just cut into 10 seconds in front of him, but that's all right. He's in now.
All right, so now Dustin Kleba in the 16 Ford. Only one here in the top 10. Getting a hold of the lead. Gladelick starts will be in second, and I believe that is Borman in third. Blair Patterson sits fourth, and Dylan Dunford is fifth. But still rocking and doing a great job here so far.
Oh, excellent. If he passed him, he'd be back to a lap down. But right now, if he can stay right here, he's the very last car on the lead lap.
Now, a couple of guys are still slicing around here. We do have a decent separation, though. We had 7 in the last race. We only have 5 in this race that are pretty close before we reach all the way back to Ryan Bird, who's about 3-4 seconds off pace.
Yeah. And you've got, I think, 5 in that group, and then you're 9.5 seconds off pace.
Yeah. Now, so the 31 here. Corey Danielson, he might try to snug up with these guys. So he doesn't get lost.
Step on it.
Yeah, he's trying. He may have gotten in the back of Dylan Dunford there. I think he might just have enough.
He's do the Flintstone thing. Get the feet down there and go faster.
Wow. Yeah, still trying to see if they can slice through here. Nobody yet. Right now, Ryan Ferraro is nailing down the fastest time between turn 1 and 2, oddly enough, as he hangs back here in that 10th position. 22.76 out of his race car out there. And I'm wondering if maybe he's done something a little bit different. He actually had an extremely fast time in the pit box. 6 1/4 seconds. Oh, that is blazing fast out there. Really, everybody else has been slower than that. Closest one was Gladelick out there with 6.5.
Goodness, yeah. I would definitely conclude no tires. I'm wondering if he even took a full tank of gas, figuring he's only got 18 to go. He could do it in a half a tank of gas.
Yeah, Kyle Rochelle and Eric Sable out there, both of them sitting 7th and 9th at over 9.5 second pit stop times, as well as Brian Powell, who remains in 13th. But everybody fairly spread out here, so we'll kind of poke around here a little bit and see who we can find getting pretty close. Sable out there. We'll see if we can sit kind of atop his car. Atop, that's the bottom, buddy. There you go. Eric Sable sitting 9th. Falling behind the Powerade machine, but Stella, at least this is looking pretty good. A possibility of them catching up here. You know, you see them working together, so now we're up to 3.1. There may be a chance of this, the top 10 being able to be all clumped together. I think Slaussen's out in left field there, 11 seconds off pace. So there may still be a chance of these top guys being able to reach up there and grab a hold of them. You do see the pile sitting from Sable's hood here looking up front. So at least
Get out my binoculars, but yeah, I can see them.
Yeah, at least you could say they're at least within possible striking distance here, instead of being left kind of in the dust. Kulikowski, unfortunately, sitting down here in 15th. Scott Kerberg, you remember him hanging out there for as long as he did. I believe Kerberg is sitting about 41 seconds off pace and by himself.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll
that
tell you
won't get
what.
much better.
Yeah, I think Kerberg may need to get a hold of Dorsey. Dorsey may have had a better idea as he sits 12th. Yeah, 12th out there. I think he's out there with, he's out there with Heights and Powell. And I think Slauson, who's out there leading that bunch.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool paint job there by Slauson. I definitely like that. Kind of simple.
Yeah, but you can find it. I love cars when you can find them.
Yeah.
Oink.
Yep, a little nudge there. It looked like 37 of Brian Powell trying to make something happen there on the outside.
Yeah, they're changing spaces here. No.
Yeah, remember
Nice.
Bird was about 3.1, 3.2 off. He's now cut it down to 2.5 here in the past 2 laps. Not
Like
looking
it.
too bad. We may be able to see here in probably another 4 to 5 with them being very close. Once you see him within less than a second there, that's normally when you see him grab the draft at the back of that pack. And it's all over from there.
Oh, it's not over. That's when it all starts.
Well, it's all over from them having to play chase, and they're now caught up with the rest of the field, and they'll be able to continue on, working their way up to the front. But right now, Rochelle and Bird, they got to be feeling pretty confident here that everything is working the way they had hoped. This is definitely looking good, with Late Apex Racing leading the charge here up front. Their Chevrolets are definitely continuing to do what they're doing best, and that's leading so far, but still 2.5 seconds they've got to make up here. And that front pack may be starting to kind of work amongst each other, saying, hey, we need to start shoving each other, or otherwise they're going to catch us faster than we want to be.
Yeah, with only 13 laps to go. Well, sometimes you say, oh man, they've got another 13 laps to go. But in this case, if you're in the second bunch, you're going, oh man, only 13 laps, we got to get moving. So I see Rochelle pushing Bird there quite successfully. And we're down now to 2.15, I guess, seconds behind.
Yeah, well, they're doing fantastic through turn 3 and 4 in the backstretch. They do seem to be falling off, though, through turn 1 and 2. They're slacking off, checking their times out there. Right now, Bird is actually running slower than the guys up front. They've got to figure out how to kind of get the different timing here. 23.01, though, for the last lap, but they were falling off the lap prior. But notice how we are under 2 seconds right
yes.
now. Ryan Bird, it's starting to work. And I guarantee you, Kyle Rochelle being Ryan Bird's pushing buddy here and being on the same team, they know exactly what they need to do for one another here as they continue to get on through. If they've worked together before, they'll normally people will drop back and don't push through the turns, but we're noticing the pushing happening through the turns. Right now, Matthew George is keeping up and just kind of watching this one here and playing follow along in that Powerade machine. So right now, I always say the anchor is sitting 3 and 4, and right now, as long as that number 5 machine of Matthew George can stay close to the 27, they're going to continue to pick up more and more speed here.
Yeah, and I believe Heights or Ferraro needs to snug up. They're looking good, but yeah. And now I'm curious, if they come upon this front pack, would you ever consider staying in that exact line and taking the high line?
110%. If I've got to roll, I am not going to ditch the guys who got me up here. We all worked together. We all did what we needed to do. We fought our way to the front, and it's working. As they slice under 1.6 here. A little bit of shuffling here in the front pile, which is causing a little bit of slowdown once again. Hopefully, Dylan Dunford is able to calm that car down a little bit and play catch-up as the 31 of Corey Danielson looks like he gives another shove here trying to stay out front, but this is it. 1.25 seconds now, and they've caught up to the pile. This is finally what Ryan Bird has been waiting for. Kyle Rochelle, Matthew Jordan, Eric Sable, and Ryan Ferraro. There we go. We've now caught the draft, and here it comes. Ryan Bird getting ready to set this one up here as they slice on around the number 14. Right now, that is the 14 is Scott Kerberg. Kerberg, unfortunately, a lap down now. Danielson will be next. Right now, Corey Danielson sitting in that 31. And outside line, here they come, running on through. So far, so good. They did not feel any loss now as they come from 6th. And Ryan Bird's now looking for some fresh air out front, hopefully to gather the lead. But they break apart, sending it 3 wide here along the backstretch.
Look
at the smush up here. Already shuffling on back right now is not looking good here for the 5th. I believe that is the
Patterson.
Yeah, it should be
In
the
the middle.
91 of Patterson. Slicing on back. Contact. Woo! We're almost thinking of caution here, but looks like everything calms down for just the moment as we get across the front stretch here to go ahead and get this one 8 laps left to go. Gutsy move there. You see that shootout to the outside line. And right now, I guarantee you the 49 of Ryan Bird is kind of sitting back going, man, what in the world am I going to do, as he watches his teammate Kyle Rochelle slice to the inside line and is starting to leave him in the dust.
Yeah, he totally lost the end of his little train there, and is deciding to take the bottom line. If you can't beat him, join him.
All right, we'll try one more time as everybody, ooh, man, getting loose here in the back. Sable is definitely looking a little sketchy out back. We'll ask our fans once again, kind of give it another shot here, if they can go ahead and kind of rally together who your winner may be here in this one. Right now, it looked like Jay was pretty close last time to come away with his guess, and we'll see how this goes. Taking a look at who our guys are here in the front. Right now, it's looking like Sable may be in, and I believe it's looking like Borman may be in as well. He still remains in that 3rd position. Good job there by the 91 of Blair Patterson, not ducking down toward the bottom. It looked like he was thinking about it there. Let's see if we can float a little higher here and take a look. Right now, no can do. It looks like Rochelle is leading the outside line here. Rochelle on the outside of Dunford. Dunford still holding on to 4th on his 12th position gain on the night, as he's got only 7 to go. 6 at the line as we keep shooting on through. Jay calling out Dunford for the win. It may be possible, but right now, look at what's happening behind him is the 31 machine here of Corey Danielson. Looked like he let go of the wheel, and he definitely decided to bring it back. Holy cow. Outside line, here it comes. Finally, Ryan Bird's chance to shine is good right now as Rochelle and Bird now out front pushing each other, and now it looks like they're going to swap. Dropping down to the bottom, leaving Sable out there by himself, and Kaliba is losing the lead. He's going to have to see if he can fight this one on back. 5 laps at the line, and we've got a caution here, I guarantee you, as we got cars spinning around here. Right now, Gladulik gets on through. He survives. Kaliba is the one who is blasted here. Maybe should have ran with the flames out there on the mountains on the side of his car, as unfortunately his car is a little bit mangled there in the front nose.
Yeah, let's take a look back at that. I believe the Walmart car took a sudden zing to the left.
Yeah, hard shot into the wall. Dunford and Sable there, looking like they have a bad rap here right now. Sable down in the pits. That thing is mangled. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, too late.
Yeah, try to see if we can find another better angle of this. 29.56. Let's see if we can find where.
Ready there.
Slice.
That's it.
Whoop. Let's try one more.
Yeah, give me a chopper and come in on right there.
Yeah.
Bingo.
I see Sable up here getting loose.
Yeah, it just suddenly goes, turn left.
Oh. Huh. Lovely net code on that one. You see how it just kind of pops him and nothing happens. Good look there, Stella. You notice where that one was, right here. I'm wondering
Yep.
if it was thinking the 15 rotated up and was making contact.
He didn't move. I didn't. At least I never saw. Oh, 15. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
15 on
I
the
was
bottom.
looking
Look
at
how
6.
15 rotates up, and I think the service figured he continued going on up. So 15 into the wall. Here's Dunford making contact. Dunford, he locks him up. Does he let go of the brake? Oh, let go. Yeah, if Dunford had let go of the brake and continued turning left, it'd have straightened his car back out and he had it.
Yeah. Oh, my.
All right, so some guys coming down pit road. Check this out. Ferraro, Kleba, Powell, Slauson, Dunford, Kulikowski, Tevis. Yep, I think Thomas Walter, he's coming on down. And Sable working his way down. Cody Height. He's been down here for a little bit. I believe he's in the wrong vehicle there. Does that say birds aren't real? Dude.
I believe so.
It says liar on the back.
What on earth?
Oh, yeah. We'll
Is
get
this
Josh
our-
Kahn over on this one.
Is this our choose cone car?
I hope not. But we're gonna get a couple different angles and let everybody pause and roll this back. It says pigeons are liars.
What in the world?
Oh boy. All right, let's try to get back to the race. Oh.
Are you not entertained?
Well, I always like those little little Easter eggs out there. Alrighty. So far, Ferraro has been sitting down in pit road as well as Dylan Dunford.
And Kerberg.
Yeah, Kerberg actually working his way out of pit now, 14.6.
Good. I think Sable's going to be there a while.
Yep.
I think pieces flying off of
Yeah,
him.
3.5 minutes for him.
And he had his placement was making it so he was locked in. He was getting his spot. And now, not so much. So, we're going to start with 3 laps to go.
I believe so. This should be
Kind of like a green-white checker. Yeah, there we go. When it says 2 to go and it goes back to 3 to go,
Yep.
that's a green-white checker.
If I'm not mistaken, that should be the choose cone car.
Oh, yes. The pace car ran it over.
Yeah. There he is.
There we go. With operational headlights. So now let everybody know what he's doing.
Oh yeah, that is our choose cone car here. So when you don't have a spot, this is the car that you'll see out there, and they have to either go left or right of the car. Looks like fortunately nobody hit the car.
Yes, because this is not like a pace car. This is an actual car on the track. If you contact it, you will receive incident points.
All right, choose cone car heading on off. See how
All
well
right,
this
just-
one goes.
Have a new Just Cam TV says the caution gives 12 a chance. All he needed.
Yeah,
That'd be heights.
yeah. Well, remember, he started all the way from 19th. He's now sitting 9th.
Not bad.
So this is actually looking really good here.
For Tevis and Heights. Because that throws Danielson and Sable into the bottom, and they just have to work with Slauson now.
Yep. All right, Just Cam TV. Kicking it in here.
Your wife is out there agreeing that birds aren't real.
I refuse to acknowledge.
Oh, my bad.
All right. One
Green
caution here
flag.
between both the dual races here as we get this one back underway. 2 to go. White flag next time by. Rochelle and Bird here in the front. Already looks like they double stack here on the outside line here for the 91 of Blair Patterson. He's going to feel the hurt now as Borman sits third. Continuing the charge here. And flying on through. Oh, where's the number 5 come in as Matthew George thinks about popping here to the outside. He's going to lose a position to Slauson. Slauson down in 4th, 13 position gain. George now drops down for only a 10 position gain. But Gladulik sitting here in 6th with his Chevrolet sitting very close. It looks like he's going to single file as we're white flag this time by. Still side by side here in the back around the Kulikowski area as it looks like Tevis is trying to get a little something going there on the outside line, and he's getting a shot by Dustin Kaliba, and we are already mashing it up here in the back.
Yes, we are. Yeah, he took a shot, all right, and then took a shot straight to the wall.
Yeah, Kaliba full send there. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out for him. Let's see for an eye on our guys here in the front. No can do. Notice the blocking that's happening. It looks like Gladulik is into the wall. Hard shot.
Yes. My goodness.
Gladulik gets whacked here, down to 9th, and he's going to lose even more positions. Here we go across the line, seeing if they can find it here, and it looks like Rochelle's going to have it. No problem as George gets bumped out, and that's going to do it for us. George gets 3rd.
All right. Wow. My goodness, yeah, I'm not sure how many cars ended up finishing that race because we lost at, I'd say, probably 6 in the back there. Got some kind of damage to them.
Yeah, definitely a mashup there as they shoot on back. Rochelle, Bird, and George. Not bad here.
No, it wasn't that beautiful classic photo finish, but it was a nice clean ending.
Yeah, I gotta admit that wasn't a bad run. Everybody kind of tried to stick it out there toward the end, but it definitely kind of a little quiet there toward the end. We'll double check and wait for RC and admins, but it looks like they're saying Borman, Slauson, and Tevis are in.
Yep. It would make sense if Borman, Slauson, and Tevis all finished above 11th place, which was where Reeder came in and Hollinger at 15th. So these would be the high finishing cars out of the 5 that were running, and more than 5, but and with the 3 places that were available.
Man, so that means Heights didn't make it. And Sable so close.
Oh, yeah.
So close. All right. That's going to do it for us here for the number 2 Daytona Duel race. But hold on just a moment. We're going to try to run down our top 3 here and talk to them here just a little bit about this race and kind of see what they've got their hopes up for in the next run. Hold on just a moment, guys. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, catching up with our third place finisher, Matthew George. 12 positions gained here on the night. Talk to me a little bit about this race. I mean, how hard was it out there?
That was pretty interesting for the most part. I wasn't sure if I should just stay patient. I had no teammates in that race at all.
Ooh.
Everyone was in the first heat or duel. So I was trying to make some friends and trying to do a lot of it on my own too. So it was interesting. I haven't been in that position before. So I wasn't sure if I should just stay patient or go to the front early. Um, so I was on the bottom all the time, just trying to make my own decisions, and um, then the high line started rolling, and I was trying to get up there, but the hole never really opened. Then that wreck happened. Apparently, it was like really bad net code. Um, so I don't. Some people said I had no bumper, and some people said I had a front bumper. So I
Oh
don't
dear.
know. Car felt fine. um, but that was good. The car felt fine. Um, the new choose cone's interesting and a little scary too. But
You oughta have them bring that out during practice so you guys can, uh, learn to so it doesn't look weird.
right. But yeah, that's a little intimidating. Uh, I don't want to second guess and then be the first one to hit the choose car. Um,
It'd be
but
entertaining for us, but I agree with you.
Well, it also kind of popped out of nowhere, kind of with the kind of the bump there, where it popped out from the pace car. I'm just wondering if it's a better idea that people give a little bit of slack to the pace truck, and before that thing comes out of nowhere.
I didn't even think about that actually.
Man.
Um,
Well, since you were the only one from your team out here, anybody else out there that you knew you can kind of stick with and really work with out there, because this is going to be what you're going to lead into Daytona with?
well, I worked with just about everybody, but there's a lot of people in new cars and new paint schemes. That I really didn't pay attention to people's names. Um,
Ah,
What was the car number on the bumper?
uh, 49, I think, and there was one in 46 as well.
Okay. Yeah, that was
So,
Slauson and Ryan Bird out there.
okay.
Yeah, so Ryan. Yeah, I figure Ryan Bird may be one of your buddies out there. He definitely wanted to put down some solid times. All righty, Matthew George, definitely an excellent job here, man. You were chosen out here in the chat to come away with a win, but a couple positions shy, as those Apex drivers definitely had it on a run here tonight. But you were one of 3 Chevrolets to get into a podium position. Shout out time.
Well, I won my dual race last year, so that's a good pick. Um,
all right.
but yeah, all my flatline teammates, even though they weren't in this duel, I still watched them in duel 1, so I picked up a few things. Um, yeah, all of them, you guys for putting on good broadcast. Everyone that does watch. Um, I know I'm forgetting things, but for right now, all the admins, Josh Conover, putting on a great league for years. Um, for right now, that's it.
Oof, man.
Well,
Well,
the key is to come up here to the podium more often, and you won't have the
It's
nerves.
it's been a while. I need to have some more top 3 finishes.
There you go.
there you go. All right, Matthew. Congratulations, man, and we'll see what you can do next week.
No,
All right, everybody. That is Matthew George. I see out there Cody Smith is in interview. The first go homer. Unfortunately, I believe right now.
They went home.
Yeah, he went home. Right now, I am taking a look, seeing if I can find him out there, but he is not here. He has gone ahead and he is back at it right now. I see Cody Smith down there in the Sweet Life Motorsports. No can do. Unfortunately, he is not collected here with us, but we're going to go ahead and get a hold of Ryan Bird in the who actually came second, but not during the. I believe yes, you came second even during qualifying. Yeah, last week. Ryan, talk to me about this race, man. Yeah, when you were 3 seconds back, were you nervous at all about playing catch up here?
Yeah, I mean the pit stop didn't go quite how we wanted it to. Thomas Walter got a penalty, I think, and then I didn't have enough fuel to take on. We got kind of split up there, but I don't know. Kyle Rochelle pushes better than anyone else on the sim, so he got us there.
Yeah, that was definitely a wild,
Good, good.
a wild shove, man. And you guys definitely work very, very, very well together. You know, kind of, is this kind of the plan heading into Daytona next week?
You hope so, but it's Daytona. Who knows? We'd like to think it'll work out that nice, but I doubt it.
With this duel ended up having a caution here. Did you have any problems with the choose cone car?
I couldn't see it through the pace truck. Like, so if I was like right behind the pace truck, I couldn't see it. So that was the only issue. Maybe it needs to be a little offline or something, but no, I had no issues otherwise. I just had to stay staggered off so I could actually see the choose car.
Okay, okay. Well, maybe
It,
they'll have
it
to.
popped up on us too.
Yeah, I couldn't see it through the pace truck. Kyle could because he's right there. He could drive through the pace truck and see it, but I couldn't
Okay.
see it.
Well, definitely. Hey, your first time you guys have used it, so you may definitely they'll try to work it out. Everything could get squared away, but working it out, you know, once there was a caution. You guys didn't get caught up in it. I mean, how? I think what I'm looking for is how do you set your team up along with Kyle Rochelle here for success heading into Daytona? Is it going to be pit strategy? Is it going to be car setup? Is it going to be finding other teammates or other teams to work with? I mean, what's the key to success to coming out on top of Daytona?
Yeah, you gotta have friends. So hopefully we'll have a big group to work with. That's the plan. And try to be on one strategy. Hopefully do a little better job on pit road in the big race next week, and hopefully dominate the thing.
Yeah, it was definitely a great stop. I would say you only took enough fuel to make it to the end.
Oh, I filled up, but because I was sitting behind him, I didn't burn enough fuel, so that
No
was
kidding.
a problem. Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting there half throttle up until the pit stop, and I didn't have to take. I think I took like 3.5 or 4 gallons, so that it was way too fast of a stop.
It was very fast.
Yeah, I was looking back at kind of seeing how much he did here, Stella, and I noticed some of these guys had a 6 second pit stop time, and Kyle had a 9.78. So definitely something to kind of put into mind. You guys learned a little bit here tonight, but give me your shout outs here, bud. You came in second tonight.
First off, shout out to all my teammates. Kyle Rochelle, Thompson Checky couldn't be here tonight. Dakota Moniz, he finished second in the first duel. All the QLC guys that helped us out in this race. Ryan Ferraro, Aaron Krolick, Thomas Walter, all of them. Max Foner. So we got a good group. Hopefully we can go do that next week. Shout out to Orchid Moon Tattoo Studios as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. It should look at really well, seeing that you guys will be mostly clumped there for the real race, man. You guys will be almost side by side out there, and definitely that's going to work out great. Ryan Bird, congratulations on the second place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. All right, that does it for Ryan Bird. Moving on to our race winner of Kyle Rochelle out in front. What a wild race this was, man. You come out on top, kind of. Ryan Bird the one to thank here, or definitely some consistency and staying out of trouble?
I just thought good teamwork there. You know, we recognized that we were well off the pace with 20 to go or so, and you know we decided to get out of line and get behind each other, and I just had to push the hell out of him to get to the front, and you know luckily we made it in time.
Yeah, that's what we were definitely taking a peek. We had you guys in the light, watching this whole thing of you guys being off by almost 3 seconds and slowly reeling them in as they battled amongst each other, trying to get away from you guys, but it definitely works. Other than, you know, the late Apex racing team, anybody out there, as you said, hey, man, I would love to race with this guy next week, or is there anybody out there that, man, I need to avoid this guy until, you know, even the last race of the season?
Well, we've got Tom, we've got Ryan, and we've got Dakota. Hopefully Tom makes it next week. And then I guess we've got an alliance with Thomas Walter and Ryan Ferraro and Aaron Krolick and all those guys. So hopefully we can all work together well and get to the front and stay at the front early and be there all day.
Yeah, most of you guys will be starting top 15 next week. Definitely, it's going to be a squeeze for sure. Trying to get into Daytona. Some guys are being sent home here, unfortunately. I believe our first alternate is going to be Christopher Heights, unfortunately. Seeing how that went, and I know that actually Sable was actually locked and loaded for a shot in, but he ended up getting totaled out there with about 5 laps left to go. Man, but you guys,
Yeah,
yeah, go
that's
ahead.
unfortunate for them. But it just goes to show, it's good to see that we have, that many cars and a lot of people want to be in this league and it's very competitive.
Yeah,
I
very,
like it.
very competitive. And seeing how you guys, went through both duels, only one caution, and it was only caused by netcode. It wasn't actual any
Yeah.
contact that happened.
Wow.
It is really something to say as we move on from here. Kind of, I asked the winner of the last one, what track this season, or if you circled on the calendar that this is the one you're calling out, will be your win for the season or your favorite one coming up.
I honestly, I don't know. Maybe Bristol would be nice. I liked that track last year. But I just gotta take it one week at a time. Hopefully win Daytona, then we could just go try to win races all year.
All right.
Not have to worry about points.
I would question Bristol. We on dirt or we on concrete?
Hopefully not dirt.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully not dirt. Yay! All right.
We agree.
All right. Yeah. Out of all the things that NASCAR came up with, I don't know if I agree with the dirt side of it. Definitely taking a $250,000 car and then trying to drift it. Good luck. But
yeah, I'll go to NORA maybe.
yeah, try to maybe something else. I saw the Craftsman's trucks doing, and it did not pan out very well. But Kyle, congratulations on your win here in the Daytona Duel number 2. Give me your shout-outs.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Just gotta thank the whole Late Apex team, especially Ryan there, pushed me at the end, and hopefully we can just carry this to next week. And obviously, thank you guys in the whole league. Appreciate being on the in the league, and you guys for broadcasting.
Oh, yeah, not a problem, man. Thank you for keeping the race nice and clean. You guys definitely make it easy and make it a whole lot more entertaining. But be prepared when you got over 40 drivers next week. This is going to be a wild race. Hopefully you guys can stay up front with good pit calls and good strategy. We'll definitely see you up toward the front. Good luck, Kyle.
Definitely got work to do on the pit stops, but yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah. All right, Stella, that is going to do it. Kyle Rochelle sitting on the top of the chart, and it definitely is going to be an interesting squeeze to see where these guys feel comfortable here all the way to the end. It's going to be definitely a test of will and a test of strategy. I'm interested to see who is going to be that person to make the right call. Who is going to be the person that made it make or break. We've seen guys own the entire track, but one speeding penalty, and these guys are a lap down. When it's just it's hateful, and all it has to be is 2 miles an hour over, and these guys are done for.
Yeah, it's you were saying that being this close together for that long really works on your focus, works it takes a lot of toll. And I think that might be why we also saw the race number 2 have a caution, whereas race 1 didn't. But I'm excited to see next week, and I'll be there before you.
Alrighty, if you guys are looking to sponsor the National Oval Racing Association, you know where to go. Head to their Facebook or contact these guys. You'll be able to sponsor a race. You can sponsor the league. We can get some commercials on here and definitely throw out your product and definitely get it here on SimTrax Broadcasting for all to see, especially across YouTube, where we definitely send everything to and everybody is watching. But, man. Stella, we got so many people out there. Josh Conover, Cody Smith out there. Jay was even joining us here tonight. Even Just Cam TV. I mean, what is it? Bamtastic was out there as well. John the Talent. I mean, Cody Dorsey, I mean, so many people, even the Drift King was out there tonight, including my wife. But definitely want to give a
Harper
special thanks.
5-0.
Yeah, I want to give a special thanks out there to Jay. He's even here hours before we get locked and loaded. So you know what that means. I will have streams up there ready and waiting for you guys. And that should be definitely for you guys. Definitely as we head to NORA again, and we'll get ready to kick off the NSR. We'll keep you guys posted for what we've got coming up. I believe we will be missing a race, so keep in touch which one that will be. But until next time, from all of us here at Simtrax Broadcasting, be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll catch all you guys next time.